Om Shanti. Good morning.
Om Shanti, good morning.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti. So today is January 10th. We listen to Baba's Murli. The essence is, sweet children, the Father serves you with the nourishment of this knowledge and yoga and gives you great hospitality. So remain constantly happy and content and continue to offer hospitality to others according to Srimad. So Baba nourishes us with knowledge and yoga and provides us great hospitality. What hospitality does Baba provide us? So when people go to Madhuban, we see the hospitality we receive in Madhuban. We are taken care of. Right? So hospitality in terms of being taken care of, right? Um, whether it is Shiv Baba or Brahma Baba during those days, made sure that children were comfortable. They got everything that they needed. Right? Even now, when we think of Baba, when we remember Baba, when we call Baba, Baba, come, I need you, Baba, let's do this. And Baba is there, right? So Baba says, I'm there for your service. So that's like hospitality. Question is, what is the most invaluable thing of yours that you have to look after at this confluence age? What is the most invaluable thing of yours that you have to look after at this confluence age? Answer. In this most elevated Brahmin clan, that life of yours is most invaluable. And you therefore have to look after your body very well. Because we have this birth, this elevated birth as Brahmin. And Baba says this life that we have received is the most valuable. More than anything that is valuable, Baba says this life is valuable. And this life means the soul and the body. So Baba says, take care, look after your body very well. Do not think that it is just a puppet of clay and that it should finish. No, you have to keep it alive. If someone is ill, do not become fed up with that one. Just tell that person to continue to remember Shiv Baba. To the extent that you have remembrance, accordingly your sins will continue to be cut away. That person should continue to serve. He should stay alive and continue to remember Shiv Baba. So Baba is saying that don't ever become fed up of your body. Even if the body has like lot of illness or diseases or anything, and never create the thought that I'm so fed up of this body. No. Baba says, look after your body. Be grateful for this birth. Be grateful for this body because it is in this body that we got Baba's introduction, right? We got God's introduction in this body. We meet Baba through this body. So Baba says, just increase your remembrance. With that, when the sins are absolved, when the soul becomes pure, the elements, that is the body, will also become pure. So all the illness, everything will go away. Some people, when they are not well for a long time, they are just so tired. They say, I'm just so tired of being ill all the time. I don't want to live. I don't like this body. Right? So it's just the beginning of being fed up of the body and right. And some people to the extreme commit suicide. So Baba says, don't ever create this thought that I am sick of this body. Just be grateful. Om Shanti. The spiritual father who gives each of you a third eye of this knowledge sits here and explains to you, spiritual children. No one except the Father can give you a third eye of this knowledge. Each of you children has now received a third eye of this knowledge. You now know that this old world is about to change. The poor people don't know the one who will change it or how he will change it because they don't have a third eye of this knowledge. People of the world don't know who is changing this old world to new world, who God is, what does he do, how does he change the world, because they don't have the third eye of knowledge. You children have now received a third eye of this knowledge through which you now know the beginning, middle, and the end of the world. This is the saccharine of knowledge. Who is the saccharine of knowledge? Shiv Baba. You know saccharine? Saccharine is like the sweetest form of sugar. So Shiv Baba is the saccharine, who is the sweetest of all. He's the saccharine of knowledge. Even one drop of saccharine is so sweet. There is just the one expression of this knowledge, Man, Mana, Bhav. This expression is very sweet. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father. The Father showing you the path to the land of peace and the land of happiness. The Father has come to give you children the inheritance of heaven, and so you children should have a great deal of happiness. It is said, there is no nourishment like happiness. It is as though it is nourishment for those who remain constantly happy and in pleasure. This is the powerful nourishment for staying in pleasure for 21 births. So this knowledge is such a powerful nourishment that once we absorb this, it stays with us for a long time. Think about the other nourishing food or anything that we eat. In 24 hours or maximum 48 hours, it's out of the system, right? Out of the body. The food converts into, energy, gives the blood that energy, right? But then pretty much it's out, right? So but this nourishment of knowledge stays in the soul. So Baba says, continue to serve each other with this nourishment. This is very powerful nourishment for one another. No other human beings can offer this hospitality to other human beings. You offer spiritual hospitality to everyone on the basis of Srimad. To give someone the Father's introduction is also a true state. You sweet children know that you are receiving the gift of liberation in life from the unlimited Father. In the golden age, Bharat was liberated in life. It was pure. The Father gives very great and elevated nourishment. This is why there is the song, if you want to know about the supersensuous joy, ask the gops and the gopis. So actually this is the phrase for the gops and gopis who were along with Sri Krishna. And they say, right, when Krishna played the flute, or when they used to play with Krishna, dance with Krishna, be with Krishna, uh, they were beyond this world. It was this experience of super sensuous joy, whatever they did with Krishna. So they were called gops and gopis. So Baba says that we are the true gops and gopis who are with Shiv Baba. And whatever action I perform with Baba, I experience super sensuous joy, right? So that's the experience of gops and gopis. The nourishment of this knowledge and yoga is first class and wonderful. And it is only the one spiritual surgeon who has this nourishment. No one else knows about this nourishment. Right? Even none of us knew about this nourishment till Baba, till we got this knowledge. Even Brahma Baba didn't know about this. He was busy reading the Gita and doing devotion till Shiv Baba came and gave this knowledge, gave this nourishment of knowledge. Nobody knew. The father says, sweet children, I have brought gifts on the palm of my hands for you. These gifts of liberation and liberation in life remain with me. Only Baba, only God can grant liberation and liberation in life. It is I who come to give you these every cycle. Then Ravan snatches them away. Therefore, how high your mercury of happiness should rise in you, children. You know that it is only the one Father, teacher, and true Satguru who takes you back with him. You receive the kingdom of the world from the most beloved Father. This is not a small thing. You should constantly remain cheerful. Godly student life is the best. Normally, people say, right, student life is the best. You ask anyone, the best days of your life, and they'll think and they'll say, my childhood days were the best, right? Everyone. And then children, they want to grow up fast, right? You want to grow up. How long should I become? How long should I be a kid? I'm not a kid anymore, right? They want to grow up. But you ask any adult, they'll say, my childhood days were the best. My school days were the best. So, in the same way, Baba says, these days, the student life is the best. Because as a student, what do you do? What is life as a student? Tell me, what is life as a student?
Uh, Tension-free life without like all those without like stress.
Yeah, right? It's supposed to be like that. So, the student life means light, huh? Carefree, no stress. You just enjoy, you play, you study, go to school, right? You don't have any burdens on your head, right? But nowadays, even children have a lot of stress. They have stress of different things. I don't think it's study, maybe study and homework, but also a lot of other things, right? So Baba says, this student life that we now belong to Baba, this godly school, isn't it super cool? This student life where God says, I'm here to take all your burdens. I come, I teach you, you study with me, then you repeat the study, you churn this knowledge throughout the day. huh? So Baba says, this saying applies to this time. Then in the new world too, you will continue to celebrate in happiness. People of the world do not know when true happiness is celebrated. Nowadays, people celebrate birthdays and anniversaries and half birthdays, 1 month birthdays. huh? There's this newborn babies here, and every month they are celebrating monthly birthday. Every month birthday. So no, the people just need something to celebrate. But Baba says that they don't realize the true celebration is only in Satyug. That celebration is different. True happiness is celebrated in Satyug. Human beings don't have any knowledge of the golden age, so they continue to celebrate it here. However, where can happiness come from in this old Tamopradhan world? People here continue to cry out in distress. This is a world of such sorrow. The Father shows you children very easy path. Stay at home with your families and remain as pure as a lotus. Remember me while at your businesses. There is a lover and beloved. They continue to remember one another. That one, Shiv Baba, is his beloved and he is a lover. However, here it is not like that. Here you are lovers of the beloved, Shiv Baba, for birth after birth. The Father does not become your lover. So in the world, the lover and beloved, right, could be male, female, boy, girl, right, whatever. But here Baba says Shiv Baba is always the beloved. He doesn't become our lovers. What do we have that God has to become our lover? no? So we are lovers of the beloved Shiv Baba. You remember that beloved in order to call him here. You call out to him even more when there is a lot of sorrow. This is why there is the remembrance. Everyone remembers God in times of sorrow, and no one remembers Him in times of happiness. At this time, the Father is the Almighty Authority. Day by day, Maya is also becoming a Tamo Pradhan Almighty Authority. You see the pomp of Maya? You see how the world, where the world is going. Maya is also becoming Almighty Authority. All this technology, all this, it's helping, right? It's helping Maya. So, therefore, the Father says, sweet children, now become soul conscious. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember me, your Father. And together with this, imbibe divine virtues, and you will become like Lakshmi and Narayan. The main aspect in this study is remembrance. You have to remember the highest on high Father with a lot of love and affection. Baba keeps reminding us that this path is the path of love. It's not a path of just effort. That I have to make effort, I have to remember Baba, I have to make effort. Baba says it's the path of love. And when one is on the path of love, they only think about the beloved, they only think about love. That remembrance is out of love. The remembrance is not out of compulsion or, force or I have to do it. No, it's because I love that person so much. I will automatically remember them. So Baba says, this is the path of love. The Father is the one who establishes the new world. The Father says, I have come to make you children into the masters of the world. This is why you must remember me, so that your sins of many births can be cut away. The purifier Father says, you have become very impure. Therefore, now remember me, and you will become pure and become the masters of the pure world. People call out to the Father, the purifier. Now that the Father has come, you definitely have to become pure. The Father is the remover of sorrow and bestower of happiness. The golden age was definitely a pure world, and so all were happy there. Now, once again, the Father says, children, continue to remember the land of peace and the land of happiness. The more I remember the land of peace, which is my home, Paramdham, and the land of happiness, which is golden age, the more I'm creating those sanskars of peace and happiness in me, the more automatically I will become the one who lives in that place. Right? So that's why Baba says, this is now the confluence age, the boatman. So today Baba is so many titles we got. Huh? Baba is the supreme surgeon. Baba is the remover of sorrow, bestower of happiness. Baba is the one, the only one who grants liberation and liberation in life. The Supreme Father, Teacher, Satguru, and boatman. So this boatman is taking you from this shore across to the other side. There is not only one boat. The whole world is like a big ship. The whole world is like the boat. And Baba is transforming this old world into new. So taking the boat of this world from old to new, from this shore to that shore. He takes that across. You sweet children should have so much happiness. For you, there's nothing but happiness. Wah, the unlimited Father is teaching us. Neither have you heard this before, nor have you studied this before. No school, nobody teaches us this study. God speaks, I'm teaching you spiritual children Raj Yoga, and so you should study it fully. You should study it fully and also imbibe it fully. Study and also imbibe it fully. Everyone is always number wise in studying anyway. Each of you should look at yourself Am I the highest, average, or the lowest in this study? The father says, check yourself. Am I worthy of claiming a high status? Am I doing spiritual service? The father says, O children, become serviceable and follow the father. I have come for the sake of service. I do service every day. This is why I have taken this one's chariot. When this one's chariot becomes ill, I sit in this one and write a Murli. So Baba says, when Brahma Baba, if the chariot, if Brahma Baba's body was not well, and Brahma Baba had coughing. So if he had a lot of cough, or if he was not able to sit, and if Baba was not able to come and speak the Murli, then Baba would make him write the Murli. So whatever Baba was going to speak, Baba would make Brahma Baba write it. So when I cannot speak it through the mouth, I write it down instead so that you children don't miss a Murli. See, Baba is so dedicated that he doesn't want children to miss a single day Murli. Therefore, I am also on service. This is spiritual service. You children too should engage yourself in doing the Father's service, on God fatherly service. Those who make good effort are called Mahavirs. It is seen that the Mahavirs are those who follow Baba's directions, who make very good effort, who follow Baba's directions are called Mahavir. The Father's order is consider yourselves to be souls and see others as brothers. Forget those bodies. Baba does not see bodies either. The Father says, I only see souls. However, there is the knowledge that a soul cannot speak without a body. Shiv Baba only sees souls. He speaks only to us souls. He's not looking at the body. When people used to go to Baba to ask about anything related to their body, or, business, or, whether I should do this, whether I should buy a house, Baba can, should I do? Baba would say, it's up to you, right? I've given you all the knowledge. Don't come with me with these questions. Baba says, I have come to uplift the soul. I've come to make you worthy to make the right decisions. So make decisions for yourself. Baba says, I come and I'm making your intellect more refined. So the Father's order is consider yourselves to be souls and see others as brothers. However, there is the knowledge that a soul cannot speak without a body. I have entered this body. I have taken it on loan. Only when a soul is in a body can he study. Baba sits here in the middle of the forehead. This is an immortal throne. A soul is an immortal image. A soul does not become small or large. Does the size of the soul change? No. The body becomes tall, fat, thin, right? All of these transitions happen to the body. But the soul does not become smaller or larger. Bodies become smaller or larger. The middle of the forehead is the throne of each soul. Everyone's body is different. The immortal throne of some is that of a man, and the immortal throne of others is that of a woman. The immortal throne of some is of a child. The Father sits here and teaches spiritual drill to you children. Whenever you talk to anyone, first of all, consider yourself to be a soul. I, a soul, am talking to this brother. Give the Father's message to remember Shiv Baba. It is by your having remembrance that the alloy will be removed from you. When alloy is mixed into gold, the value of the gold decreases. When alloy becomes mixed into you souls, you even become valueless. You have to become pure again. So when the alloy of all these vices gets mixed in the soul, what is the value of the soul then? When someone uses a lot of the vices, do you think other people like them or do they value them? No. They will respect them only temporarily, only till the time that they have to get their things done. So Baba says, you have to become pure again. Each of you souls has now received a third eye of this knowledge. See your brothers through that eye. By having the vision of brotherhood, your sense organs will not become mischievous. If you want to claim your fortune of the kingdom and become the masters of the world, make effort. Make effort. What is the effort? Baba says, see everyone through your third eye, not these eyes. Don't look at the bodies through these eyes. Look at the soul. Consider everyone to be your brother and give this knowledge to them. This habit will then become firm. All of you are true brothers. The Father has come from up above, and you too came from up there. The Father, together with the children, is doing service. The Father gives you the courage to do service. When you then have courage, the Father helps you. Therefore, you should practice this. I, this soul, am teaching my brother. It is the soul that studies. So, even though through these eyes, I'm seeing you in a young body as children, but Baba says the awareness should be I, the soul, am looking at my brother soul. I'm doing seva for brother soul. It is the soul that studies. This is called spiritual knowledge that you receive from the spiritual father. The Father comes and gives you this knowledge at the confluence age. Consider yourselves to be souls. You came bodiless and adopted bodies here and played parts for 84 births. You now have to go back again. Therefore, consider yourselves to be souls and have the vision of brotherhood. You have to make this effort. You have to make your own effort. Make your own effort. Make a plan. Make your own effort to pay attention. What concern do we have with others? Charity begins at home. That is, first consider yourselves to be souls and explain to your brothers, and the arrow will strike the target well. You have to fill yourselves with this force. Only when you make effort will you claim a high status. You also have to tolerate a few things. Just remain silent when anyone says anything wrong. Just remain silent. Don't comment. What can others do if you remain silent? Clapping takes place when with two hands. Sound comes with two hands. One hand, is there any sound? No. Right? So if one person is creating a lot of noise, and if I am silent, I'm not supporting it, then there's no clash. So Baba says, it is the first one. If the first one claps with the mouth, but the other one remains silent, then the first one will automatically become silent. Only when there is the clapping of two hands is there noise. You children have to benefit each other. Was sharing the other day that there's this one brother I observed the other day. He was talking to someone, and I think the other person on the phone was just too restless or something was not done or something. So the person was very restless. And as the person was talking to this brother got a little, irritated. And then he started literally, like he started raising his voice and telling him, "Shant raho, shant raho, like be quiet, be silent, be quiet." And then they hung up. So I laughed and I said, "Wow." I said, "You have so much, you speak with so much authority." He's like, "Yeah, I have to speak that way. Otherwise, they don't listen." I'm like, "But you're yelling and saying that be quiet, be silent. Huh? How is that going to work?" Right? So, when we want to make someone quiet, I have to become that first. The way I speak is what will go to them. So if you ever notice that, if we have or if we speak loudly, others will also speak that way. But if I speak very softly, whoever comes in front of me or whoever is talking to me, they will also start speaking softly. Outside they'll speak, however, but with me, they'll start speaking softly, right? If I speak very sweetly, they will also speak that way. But if I have the habit of speaking loudly, right, or yelling and, telling them in a loud voice, then they will also reply in that voice. You observe that. But if they start a conversation, if they start yelling for whatever reason, and if very softly I tell them, "Okay, I'll take care of it. I will. Promise, I'll take care of it." Just they'll be like, "Okay." They won't have anything else to say, na? No? So Baba says that you don't raise your voice. The father explains, children, if you want to remain constantly happy, become Manmanabhav. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father. See souls, your brothers. So you children have to instill the habit of staying on this spiritual pilgrimage. This is for your benefit. You have to give the Father's teachings to your brothers. The Father says, I'm giving you souls this knowledge. I only see souls. When a human being talks to another human being, he looks at his face. You speak to souls, and so you have to look at the souls. Only look here. That's also a habit. So Bab says, don't look at the body. Don't look at, oh, they are. Nowadays, everybody looks at the body. Oh, you lost weight. You look this way. So everyone is only looking at the body. The first conversation is, oh, you look so good. You lost weight. No? So people look only at the body immediately. And Baba saying, look at the soul. And that's why, in the Brahma Kumaris, when we meet each other, we exchange drishti for a couple of seconds, right? Because we are meeting soul to soul first. So Baba says, I'm giving you souls this knowledge. I only see souls. You speak to souls, and so you have to look at the souls. Although you give this knowledge through your bodies, you have to break the consciousness of your bodies. You souls understand that the Supreme Soul, the Father, is giving you this knowledge. The Father also says, I too look at souls. Souls also say, we are looking at the Supreme Soul, the Father. We are receiving this knowledge from Him. This is called the give and take of spiritual knowledge of one soul with another. This knowledge is within you, souls. This knowledge has to be given to souls. This is like power. When your knowledge is filled with power and you explain it to others, it will instantly strike the target. That means the power of soul consciousness. So when I share knowledge with the power of soul consciousness, it will hit. The father says, practice this and see if the arrow strikes the target. Instill this new habit, and the consciousness of bodies will be removed, and fewer storms of Maya will come. You will not have any bad thoughts. The criminal eye will not remain either. We souls have been around the cycle of 84 births. The play is now about to end. You now have to stay in remembrance of Baba. From Tamopradhan, become Satopradhan by having remembrance, and you will become the masters of the Satopradhan world. It is so easy. The father knows that it is in his part to give teachings to the children. This is not a new thing. I have to come every 5,000 years. I am bound by this bondage in drama. Baba says it is my duty. I am bound by this part in the drama. I have to come every 5,000 years. I sit here and explain to you, children, sweet children, remain on the pilgrimage of remembrance, and your last thought will lead you to your destination. This is the final period. Remember me alone, and you will receive salvation. The pillars will become strong with the pilgrimage of remembrance. Only once do you children receive these teachings for becoming soul conscious. This is such wonderful knowledge. Baba is wonderful, and Baba's knowledge is also wonderful. No one else can tell you this at any time. It is now the time to return home. This is why the Father says, sweet children, practice this. Consider yourselves to be souls and give this knowledge to souls. This is the practice, soul consciousness. Consider yourselves to be souls. You have to use your third eye to see others as brothers. This is the greatest effort. This is the most elevated clan of you Brahmins. At this time, your lives are invaluable, and you therefore also have to look after those bodies. Because of being Tamopradhan, the lifespans of those bodies have continued to decrease. To the extent that you stay in yoga now, so your lifespans will increase. In the golden age, they will have increased. Your lifespans will be 150 years, and you therefore have to look after your bodies. Do not think that this body is a puppet of clay and so it should finish. Why Baba says to consider this body as a puppet? So that we are not attached to this body. Baba says, don't be attached to this body, but we have to look after this body. We have to take care of this body. We have to respect this body. Treat it with love, not attachment. So there's a difference. When I'm attached to this body versus when I'm taking care of this body. Just as parents attached to children or taking care of children. There's a difference. What happens when you are attached? If something happens to the child, you will get worried. So, in the same way, when something happens to the body, I will take sorrow if I'm attached to the body. If I think that I am this body. But Baba says, and that's why Baba says that consider this body as a puppet. This body is your costume. This is like a car. You, the soul, are the driver, right? So that I am the driver. I, the soul, am Master Almighty Authority. Hmm? But Baba says today, don't just neglect or ignore the body. Oh, it's just the car, it's just the puppet. It's clay, right? It's earth, it's the elements. It'll go back. Yes, good awareness to become detached from the body. But still, we have to take care of the body. Baba says, you have to keep it alive. This is an invaluable life. If someone is ill, do not become annoyed with that person. Tell that person to remember Shiv Baba. To the extent that you have remembrance, accordingly your sins will continue to be cut away. That person should continue to serve. He should stay alive and continue to remember Shiv Baba. There is the understanding that he is remembering Baba. And our biggest example was Dadi Gulzar. Think about it. She was in hospital for almost 2 years. 2 years. But she continued to serve through her drishti. She continued to serve through her thoughts. She was not able to, be Baba's chariot, but she continued to serve through the mind. She would speak sweet words to whoever came. Think about it, 2 years, 2.5 years in the hospital, in and out of hospital continuously. No? But Dadi always had a sweet smile. Right? So we have seen examples in front of us. So Baba says that soul is remembering in order to claim the inheritance from the father. There's understanding that he's remembering Baba. So those who, go through a lot of trials in life, a lot of situations, and if they still have a smile on their face, if they are still able to serve, that means they are in remembrance of Baba. They are in remembrance of Baba. Right? So we have to continue to be in Baba's remembrance. We have to appreciate life. We have to appreciate the things that we have in this life. That's when I will have a smile on my face. My face will be cheerful. Otherwise, we will lose the happiness. It's very easy to become fed up of things. Nowadays, very commonly used as I'm tired. I'm just tired of doing this. I'm tired of being this way. I'm tired of giving all the time. I'm tired of being the one who has to prove. This word is used tired. And Baba says that one cannot be tired if the bhavana is of seva. When I'm serving, I cannot say that I'm tired. I'm tired of seva. I'm tired of remembering Baba. That means there's no love. Are you tired of are you tired of thinking about your family and friends and all that? No, right? We don't say I'm tired of, no. So, where there's love, we will automatically think about them. So, we cannot use this word, Baba said today. Yes, Arya?
I don't get tired of thinking. I just get tired of my thoughts just not stopping.
Yeah, so when we have too many thoughts, we get tired of thinking, but we are the ones thinking. Right? So it's funny, no? We are the ones creating those thoughts, and then I say, I'm so tired of thinking. But I am thinking, I'm creating those thoughts. So it is still in my hands. I can still stop my thoughts. And Baba gives us so many methods. One is put a full stop, go to Param Dham immediately. Thoughts will stop. Go home or go to Golden Age. Automatically the speed of thoughts will stop. Will become very, very slow. We'll feel refreshed. Try detaching and going to Param Dham, even for 10 seconds, 15 seconds. You will see how charging, how refreshing that is. No? Acha, to you, sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, number wise, according to your efforts, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to you,
The
spiritual
spiritual,
children, and the spiritual
the
children
spiritual
say
father.
namaste to the
Namaste,
spiritual
Spiritual
father.
Father.
Essence for dharana. Check yourself. In my efforts, am I highest, average, or lowest? Give yourselves marks out of 10. What do you think? What are your efforts like out of 10? Give yourself marks. And, today Baba said that the effort is of soul consciousness. How long, how much do I consider myself as a soul and look at others as soul? Huh? Don't look at bodies. Second checking point, am I worthy of claiming a high status? Do I do spiritual service? With your third eye, see souls as brothers. Consider everyone to be a brother and give them this knowledge. Instill the habit of staying in the stage of soul consciousness, and your physical organs will not cause mischief. Soul consciousness is the key. And that's why our first lesson is our lifelong lesson. The first day when we start the course, what do we learn? Who am I? I am a soul. And the first homework that we receive, the first practice is our lifelong practice. Becoming detached from this body. I am a soul. Remind yourself during the day, I am a soul. I am a soul seeing through these eyes. I am a soul speaking through the mouth. I am a soul. Today's blessing. May you create your great fortune. May you create your great fortune through your great renunciation, the same as Father Brahma, and become a number one angel and so a world emperor. So may you create your great fortune through your great renunciation, the same as Father Brahma, and become a number one angel and so a world emperor. We all know the story of Brahma Baba, right? How he renounced everything, body, mind, wealth, relationships, everything for godly service. So through this renunciation, he created this great fortune. Through great renunciation, great fortune. And that's how he became number one angel. The children who take every step in following Father Brahma in his actions are the children who receive the blessing of becoming number one angels and so world emperors. Their minds and intellects are always surrendered to the Father. Just as Father Brahma, with his great renunciation, received great fortune, that is, he became the number one perfect angel and the number one world emperor. In the same way, the children who follow the Father will be great and full renunciates. They will renounce any trace of vices even from their sanskars. So, renunciation of even the vices, not just physical body, mind, wealth, all that, but even vices. We have used these vices for such a long time that it's as if they belong to me. The Baba says, renounce your vices also. Don't even pay attention to the vices. Don't think about the vices. Renounce the vices. Don't keep using them. The more I keep using them, the more I'm making them belong to me. And the moment I catch myself using the vices, you change. Immediately change. Don't keep on feeding the thought that, oh, I'm using the vices. Oh, right? The vices are not leaving me. And they're coming back. Don't create these thoughts. Okay, you see the vices and then you say, okay, I see you have come, but I'm not paying attention to you. I'm going to pay attention to what Baba is teaching me. Okay. Slogan. All supports are now to break. And so make the one Father your only support. All physical supports will break. So make the one Father your only support. Because times are such, untimely deaths are happening, so many things are happening in drama. So Baba says, make only Baba your support. Hmm. Today's Avyakt point. With your powerful mind, do the service of giving Sakash. So, in order to transform all of matter, to change the tamoguni vibrations of souls who have tamoguni sanskars, tamoguni is very low level. To keep yourself safe from the atmosphere of unnecessary bloodshed and to give cooperation to all souls to carry out this unlimited task, make your mind powerful and full of good wishes. No? We are seeing in the world there are so many wars happening, so many natural calamities, wildfires in LA and earthquakes here. So much is happening in just the beginning of this year. So when we see all of this, people losing their lives and so many of this, and to serve them, my mind has to be very powerful. Otherwise, I will get influenced by all of these news. So I can only serve them when my mind is powerful and when I am filled with good wishes for everyone. I cannot differentiate or I cannot say that, oh, I can only have good wishes for this and I cannot have good wishes for them because they are doing more bad things. No, good wishes are good wishes for everyone. Hmm? I cannot choose. If I'm a world benefactor, I cannot choose. I'm world benefactor. I'm not just one place benefactor. No? I cannot say I'm only Ukraine benefactor or Israel benefactor or uh, Gaza benefactor or I'm Iran benefactor. No, I'm world benefactor. So it's for everyone. And what are thoughts of good wishes? Thoughts of good wishes that every soul experiences peace. Every soul experiences their Father, God. And I give them the experience of Baba through my thoughts, through my vibrations. So that is creating good thoughts. Cha? Om Shanti. So today's Murli, Baba is reminding us of the first lesson, I am a soul. And in different ways, Baba just kept on reinforcing it. Remember that I am a soul. Look at brothers. Don't look at the bodies. Don't look at now what this one is wearing, how they look, how they no. Just look at the soul. Just look at the soul. Look at the part of the soul. Appreciate the part of every soul. See, every soul in the world is unique, no? And is playing their own part. Can I look at everyone's part? I might not be able to appreciate everyone's part, and that's fine. But can I just see everyone's part and say, okay, they're playing their part perfectly. So this way, I'm not involved in their karmic account. Just looking at everyone's part and looking at my part also. And today, Baba said to detach from the body, but not take the body for granted or uh, not just not take care of the body. So Baba says, take care of the body. This life is precious. So one of the practices is that, many people are doing this. People in the world outside as well is, having a gratitude journal or at the end of the day, looking at the day and just creating thoughts of gratitude. And gratitude is not just thank you for this life, thank you, Baba, thank you for this, thank you for. No, gratitude is not just saying thank you, thank you. Gratitude is coming from the heart. It's It's filled with love, it's filled with appreciation, it's filled with value, it's filled with compassion. Gratitude, say, if I don't have compassion for this body, how will I thank the body? How will I have gratitude for this body? Gratitude is also filled with knowledge, because without knowledge, there's no gratitude. No? So, gratitude is not just saying thank you, thank you. It's more than that. It's appreciating, it's valuing, it's respecting, it's loving, it's being compassionate. So, have gratitude for the things that you have. Have gratitude for life, have gratitude for the relationships, have gratitude for every moment of this life. Have gratitude that Baba chose me. Hmm? So appreciate every moment. All right. So let's take a moment to remember Baba now, and then you can share your points or ask questions. I detach from all the external and I stabilize myself in the center of the forehead through my third eye. I see myself, the immortal soul, the immortal image, seated on the throne of the forehead. Use your third eye to visualize the sparkling point of light, this point of light that I am. I, the soul, have a beautiful part in this drama. I, the soul, I play my part through this body at this time. I have changed many bodies. I have had many relationships. I, the soul, share my sparkle through my eyes. God is my beloved, and I am the lover. Baba has promised me. He has promised to look after me. He has promised that He is constantly with me. I have the faith that I am looked after by God. My true only support system is one Baba. As I look at all the others in my life, I appreciate each one of them. But I'm not dependent on anyone. My only support is one Shiv Baba. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So Baba is my only support. Okay, Mihir, you want to share your point? Yes. Unmute yourself.
One point that I learned was from like if you like give something like positive, like it might it might have like more power in it. So like they'll get like if you pass it on to them, they'll get more power. Like example, you are peaceful soul, but they'll value it more.
Yes. Yes.
And second, you have to talk nicely to them. If you like, don't you know like what's it called, like if you're talking to like a person that like argues a lot, you might argue. But if you're talking to a calm person, you also talk to them calm too. It's like
Yeah.
even with the arguing person, you still have to
Right.
talk
So
calmly.
even if the person is arguing with you or speaking rudely with you or whatever, but I have to talk to them calmly. Sometimes in school and stuff, I think some children have the habit of like just hitting, right? They'll be like,
Yeah,
hey, right? And they'll just hit you. Now, at
yeah.
that time, what I will do is I'll hit them back in immediately. Hey, hey, no, it's such a reflex action because I want to give back what I got. No, that's the boomerang effect. I want to just give it back. Or I don't want to show them that I'm weak. So I'll also give them back. Right? Or they can't, sometimes people say that, oh, they can't behave like this with me. So I have to give it back to them. But how am I giving it back? How am I giving it back? I could give
But
it differently, na?
yes.
So I have to change. We have to change the way we give. Okay, very good. Um, any other thoughts? All right, Shreyan.
Shanti, my points that I got for today is we are all brothers. Make effort. Um, make Baba your only support, and stay in subconscious so you wouldn't do anything mischief.
Yeah, good, good points. Kal?
Shanti Didi. So, I really like from the movie that we are a soul and we are brother souls, which Baba says, and we have to practice on that even if we are in school or throughout the day. That we are a soul, and we have to check and change, and we have to stay away from Maya Ravan. Om Shanti.
That'd be good. So I have to keep checking, constant checking. Yes. Arya?
Shanti, my point for today and tomorrow is looking at everybody as a brother. Reflecting on yourself, like I would reflect on myself by like before going to bed every night, just Even if it's in bed, like I would just make sure that I didn't do anything wrong during the day and tell Baba to help me not do it the next day as well. Um, and be grateful for this birth and body. Some thoughts whenever I get like frustrated over the limit, I'm just like, what's the point of life? Huh? Like a life. What point does life? What point does life? What point does life prove? I'm like, my thoughts are just like we we get out of Iron Age. If we make it to Golden Age, we go to Golden Age. But then Golden Age is gonna be over, and we're gonna come back to this life. Like, what's the point? And then it takes like about probably 30 minutes for me to cool down, rearrange myself, and just like approach the thing differently.
Very interesting. Yeah, yeah. Many people ask this, that what's the point of all this effort if we are still going to come back to this iron age? We will still be like this, right? Next cycle. But the beauty is, again, in this birth also, you are the same from previous cycle also. But do we remember it? We don't remember it, right? We are living the life exactly as we did 5,000 years ago, as in previous, right? But we don't remember it. Everything just feels so new. No? So that's why we have to look at life in a different way, where we just enjoy every moment because it is new. To me, it's new, right? So don't think about all that too much. Just think about, how can I make my life better? How can I just keep growing? How can I keep giving? And that's why Baba, that's why we learn about seva. Huh? When we serve, it's also, life has a purpose now when we are serving. So there's purpose in life when we start serving. So serve through your thoughts, serve through your actions, serve. Baba, we've been listening, charity begins at home. So think about now how I interact with people that I live with. Do I interact with them with love? Do I, right? So that's all, that's service. Mom is not well, or if she's struggling with something, can I just go and ask her, can I do something? Can I help you with something? Big service. From her heart, she will share blessings with you, right? So that's a seva. So think more about giving, and then all these questions, everything will stop. Okay? All right. So have a great day. Om Shanti. I'll see you tomorrow. Om Shanti.